word to wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie. And make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Man, welcome to what is this? Episode 355? Is this tree 55 of the Blerd Cave? The first off, regardless of number, this is, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, the number one comic book stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse, which you can also find not just here on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify and all this other, you know the places. They're up here up top. But point is, and you're gonna leave us a rating on there too, because you help us find more people like you. You're gonna do all that shit. But no, we are back again, and we got something special to talk to you about. Something we've been kind of hinting at and teasing at for a while. A series of books that Carter and I are quite fond of. But before we get into talking about Reckless by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. And Jacob Phillips sometimes. Sometimes Jacob. I wonder if there's a relation. I never actually looked into that. Son. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Look, there you go. Look, you know what? The family that draws together. The family that draws together. I don't have a rhyme for that. But no. So, real talk, got something I want to tell you guys about. You're going to hear me talk about it very briefly in a video that's coming up. But I went to the shop finally. I've kind of been like, since I kind of diverged away from 100% doing new comic book day shit, I don't really go into the shop on Wednesday, the day of, as much anymore now. But I finally went yesterday, picked up some shit, and I wanted to share something.
Okay.
So a lot of y'all know I've talked to I've talked about Ray Media before, probably more than a few times. Had TJ Sterling on of Ray Media quite a few times, to talk about various and sundry stuff. We've had him on talk about Joystick Angels and Musa, Lion of Mali.
Yeah.
Well, he had another book that came out, and this is one that it's not part of a Kickstarter, and it's not, I don't even think you can buy this on his website. Like, this is one of those, this is a book that actually has like a distribution deal through Lunar, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And I bought this book on Midtown Comics because I just kind of assumed that my shop probably wouldn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like, if I would have asked for it, I probably would have been the only motherfucker asking for it. So I didn't want to be, like, there was like a minimum order thing. I didn't want to, make them have to go through all that shit. So I was in the shop the other day, just casually, boom, saw this. Tessena, which is a spinoff of their Okemos series. And
Gotcha.
they had the David Mack cover, just sitting casual in the on the shelf. It was the only copy that was there. I don't know if there was more before that, but I saw that shit and just immediately went snatch and threw it on the counter. I didn't throw it, actually. I sat it on the counter gently. But if you are a fan of Okemos, then I will go ahead and tell you right now, this is a follow-up to the end of that series.
Okay.
So, like, I will tell you, if you... And one thing I did actually appreciate that they did is, if for whatever reason, if, like, let's say you had read Okemos, but you're like, it's been a while since you've read it. It has a nice little primer at the very first page is a primer for everything that's gone on. Not everything, but like the most important shit that you need to know has gone on. So that also at the same time makes it a little bit of a spoiler for Okamus. But it's one of those things. It's like, how are you gonna do that without spoiling? You know, you're gonna have to talk about the shit that happened if it's a spinoff, right? But yeah, it's good shit. I loved it. I actually have a couple of. I still have the other covers coming. They had a Souza Micah cover that I can't wait to get my hands on. And Aletha Martinez did. Aletha Martinez did another cover. Here, I'll pull this up so y'all can kind of see him, but yeah, basically, without, I don't want to spoil any of it, but I'll just say this. If you, here, bam, there you go. That's the Souza Micah cover. And, let's see here. Nicholas Draper Ivy, did a cover for them as well.
Okay.
Boom, there you go. And then we've also got, I think this is the Aletha Martinez cover right here. Which is also pretty dope. So yeah. But yeah, this is, I was like, all right, let's go. Bet. And then the next issue, which by the way, if you are interested, FOC for issue 2 is June 1st. So if you are interested in this book, get your ass in the shop or call your shop or get on League of Comic Geeks, update your pull, however is you update your pull list at your LCS. Do that. And you'll be able to get that second issue that's on the way. They got a really cool cover for issue 2. That I think this is yes, Marcus the visual did for issue 2, which looks pretty fucking dope. And I forget it's not David Mack on this one. This one is someone else whose name I don't remember, and I apologize ahead of time. This is also one of the covers for issue 2 that looks pretty dope as well. But
you know what pisses me off about covers like this?
What's that?
And this is only the hater part of me, because I used to hate when I used to see people do this when I was in like elementary, middle school, because I can tell that was done with color pencils.
Oh,
you know, when you use color pencils, but then when you see other motherfuckers use color, and you're like, how did you trace over them lines like that? How does yours look like that? I use the same Crayolas your ass use, you bitch. How does yours look like that? And my PTSD. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, because I was never that great with color pencils. You know what? You make a good point. You make a good point here. You make a good point here, LL.
Hey, you know that fuck it. I'm gonna say this because there's something else I want to say. I just want
go ahead. Go off.
What I have to say ain't gonna do nothing but make Ernie mad. So I want him to get all the shilling done before I make it mad. But the what's in your pool sounds like a new show. I mean, that was supposed to be a new show.
It was actually. It was
supposed to be a new show, and y'all got Thursdays.
Hey, look. We talked about it. It was also one of those things like. Shit, then I realized how much time
they want to do 3 shows.
When we added like Nerds of Culture, I was like,
I'm gonna just peel the curtain back real quick. That was
it could potentially. Well, I tell you what, would be more. Well, I tell you what would be more likely.
What's that?
And once again, don't nobody take me to heart on this one. Nobody take me to heart on this one because man, y'all have no idea how much how lazy I have gotten when it comes to editing. It seems like I haven't, but I have. It might seem like I haven't. But I promise you I have. It would probably have to be something that we did like as like a quick like video.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and I've even thought about doing like some like shorts and stuff like that in that regard too. There's like a lot of stuff that like I've been considering doing that I haven't done yet. That I don't know. I'm you know, honestly in the wake. So okay, that's also another thing. And you know what? Let's pull the curtain back a little bit more. Something I was actually having a conversation with a friend of the channel, Comic Drake, or AKA Trailer Drake. But Drake in general, not light-skinned Drake, just in case anybody was wondering.
Does he live in a trailer?
No, because he would talk about movie trailers.
Oh, okay.
That's like what I think is one of like his like separate channels, or but I know Comic Drake is the thing.
My
I
bad.
think most people probably
for just putting a trailer on your livelihood. My bad. Please go ahead.
But no, we were talking just kind of like I won't go into the full details of it, but basically, so you know how like people talk about like how you know, like paying it forward, like you kind of mentoring people that kind of came after you, almost like in a Expedition 33 way, like for those who come after. One of the things that Drake's always been really good about is he's always been good to talk to about like kind of behind the scenes stuff, channel related stuff, and he's always like probably more than just about any other content creator who has a larger platform than myself. Drake's always been very good about helping me figure, like whenever I'm like uncertain about something, or like whenever I like have a question about something, Drake's always been really, really cool about sharing his knowledge, his wisdom, his experience on the matter. And one of the things we were talking about, and he was basically kind of like you kind of trying to help me figure out like what was my direction going forward. Like it basically he was like honestly, he was like, you put too much shit out. And I was like, you know what? I was like, you're kind of right. And he was explaining to me why. I could go into the why of it, but that would drag us way down a thing. But just know that, and I think I've said this before, but YouTube does punish you in the algorithm if you put out, like, it doesn't matter how many videos you put out that are great. If you put out a video that bombs, case in point, She Spawn was a bomb. The She Spawn video I did was a bomb. And there's no politer way to say it. And honestly, I would even admit this as well. Some other videos that I put out recently were technically bombs, especially compared to like what my channel output should be. Like, case in point, the like the DC So White video that I put out recently did okay. And the You're Buying Comics Wrong, like it bombed at first too. But it is kind of picking up a little bit. And like the Storm and Bishop video, it kind of slick almost bombed too, but it has been kind of picking up speed as time kind of progresses, so on and so forth. Like the whole thing is that, like, when you put out like a lot of videos like really close together, and like if one of them doesn't do well, or multiples of them don't do well, what YouTube will do is they'll say, they ain't fucking with you as much. Yeah, stop recommending this Negro. Stop recommending him. He put his shit down. Put his shit down until you start getting some hits under your belt, and then the algorithm will start boosting you back up again. This is why I'm always like harping on y'all about using the hype feature. You're using like whenever y'all see like I got a new video up, use the hype feature. Like, I'm not bullshitting y'all. That is how a lot of people are like getting their shit like blown up. And like, if you start seeing like some random channel you've never heard of before, and all of a sudden that motherfucker is everywhere, that's why. That it's because it got hyped. And then also like likes and shit like that. Which speaking of, if you haven't done so already, you should totally do that. But no, to get it back to the rest of it though, that wasn't. I took a chance on some things, Carter. I took a chance on some things. And you know what I took a chance on?
Let me see this.
I took a chance on Ignition Press.
Yo, wait. I'm not gonna say what book I think you bought because we just had this conversation.
Oh,
so what you get?
So, Rob Guillory. I went in and picked up.
Okay.
Yeah, I went and picked up innards. So for those who don't know, yeah, Rob Guillory, the man, the myth, the legend. This is his new title over at Ignition Press. Which, by the way, not yet. I'm gonna read it after the show. But one thing I will definitely say about this, and this is gonna be kind of a I guess free press for Ignition.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I think Ignition. I think they're gonna be. I think you're gonna hear a lot more about them. Like I think like you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
I think everything that I have seen from them has just been quality. Just from not even just because I was someone who was a real big fan of the Beauty book series, not the show, but
right.
From the Beauty, from Innards, from several other books that I want to see if Ernie bought because I'm gonna flame him. But everything they've come out with, has been pretty damn good. And I know they like to go to Golden Apple Comics here in LA.
Okay.
I've never been able to make my way over there when Ignition is there because I'm here with y'all asses. But
I apologize.
Really, just the creators there, just really nice people. The people behind the scenes of Ignition, it just seemed like they're just really cool, genuine people. So yeah, I could see them like moving on up quick. And plus, the creative teams that they're getting, with Rob Guillory, with Stephanie Williams, Jeremy Hahn trying to run the whole ship and still putting out a new volume of the Beauty as well, and other individuals. I just want to see if Ernie actually bought it. But I could absolutely see Ignition just moving on up. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like so. And for those that don't, so basically, what's going on here, and I can kind of I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. But but basically, like this is here we go. Boom. So yeah, it says here. If you guys want to know a little bit more about what this is about, it says power. So basically, it's Roy Wilder's first day on the most dangerous job in the world after a catastrophic nuclear attack. Humanity's last energy source is Lucifium. That sounds ominous because it sounds like Lucifer. The mineral buried miles beneath Earth's surface. It's accessible only by teleportation and navigation through an inhospitable subterranean maze. The motley brotherhood of divers employed by Onus Corporation gambles their bodies and minds in pursuit of a better future for themselves and their loved ones. The high-risk, high-reward mission attracts the daring and desperate alike, and all must be unflinching to survive under the leadership of grizzled rig boss Jax Ridley. That sounds like a WWE wrestler. But even the boldest will break when Roy's initiation cracks the seal on a harrowing corporate secret, and the depths come alive to awaken the crew's inner demons. And yeah, basically goes to say Innards is a high-pressure, terrifying thrill ride for fans of Event Horizon and The Abyss, which is kind of the vibes I got when I looked at it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Satan is in this. I'm pretty sure they just find like they basically, it sounds like their mind, kind of like how like Event Horizon they were using hell to teleport across space and time. I feel like it's the same for this. They're mining the devil's playground. And then I also got another one. I haven't read this one yet either, but like it just looked interesting. And here I'll do this real quick. It's called Showdown. Okay. This is another one by Ignition Press.
Yeah, they did an autograph signing this week for that one.
Oh, look at this! Yeah. This is another one that I thought looked really interesting. And one thing I'll definitely say, like I feel like Ignition right now, they're kind of doing the thing. Not to say Image doesn't do this anymore, but like they remind me of like early days Image or not early days, because that's 90s. But I'm talking about like when Image was starting to like get away from cape shit and focusing on just telling like really good stories. That's what Ignition reminds me of. Like what I feel is, I know some people want to say, oh, the 90s was their golden age. Nah, no, it wasn't. Stop lying to yourself. The golden age was when they started like getting into more just like less capes, more creator owned, type shit. But this one, this is I'm gonna probably fuck this dude's name up. Is it David Wilgoss? David Wilgoss? I probably fucked your name up. I'm sorry, brother. Anyway, but hey, look, man, leave me alone. But no, this one is this is an interesting little story. It says when Trish Sullivan left her hometown for college, she left behind unfinished business. Now she's back and looking to settle up. Trish blames Harvey Harlow for the death of her little brother, so Trish's homecoming is an eye for an eye mission. She's going to kill him, and Harvey should get his affairs in order. But Harvey's dad has just died, and an injury destroyed his football scholarship. Without a future ahead of him, Trish's challenge is all the more welcome. He's more than ready to go down fighting, and no one is going to step in and save him. And it goes on to talk about how, like, this is like a thing that's like going to be rooted in like the burden of like family and the weight of revenge and so on and so forth. And that's kind of my shit. I love shit like that. I love a good revenge story, and I like it even better when both sides are kind of in on it. Like, and just what I mean is both sides are like, all right, bet we're doing this. That's kind of where I'm at with that. But and I picked up another one, and this will be let's see, where'd it go? I was just
come on, don't do that. What'd you get? What was it? What was the book?
Here it is. Got it. Destination Kill. This is at Oni Press.
Oh, that's not what I thought it was.
What did you think it was going to be?
No, I thought your ass bought one of them extraction books that Ignition Press does.
Oh no! I didn't. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I thought.
For fun fact for everyone who doesn't know, one other book that they do, because Joe and Anthony Russo have been behind it. If you've seen the Chris Hemsworth Extraction films, it was apparently based on a comic that is now getting a follow-up series and prequel series and in-between series at Ignition Press. So that's another thing that they got going on. So they got the movie bag, they got the TV show bag with the beauty. Now they're getting Rob Guillory over there. Now you got the showdown. Now you got Roots of Madness, which it would not surprise me if that turned into something, because there's a lot there if you want to do it. We just got through before the cameras went live talking about a whack ass show that got several seasons. So I wouldn't mind if you just put that money and that bag and that love and that grace on something like Roots of Madness. But what is that book from
Oni? So this this is another one. It's I'm not gonna hold you. I only picked this up just based on the cover alone. This is not mad at it. This is so basically, just to give you guys a little bit of a insight here. I'm gonna pull this up so you guys see it a little bit better. But you can see it here. Destination Kill. When I saw the cover, it kind of gave me Jindy Tartakovsky type vibe. It was giving me that kind of vibe. And I saw a black woman holding a big gun, and I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it, I'm in. I'm a simple guy who's all here for simple pleasures. But basically, what was going on here is that. And this is the other thing that also kind of drew me in, was it says the future is a riot in the footsteps of Judge Dredd, V for Vendetta, and Tank Girl. Okay, you had me at
okay, then I want to read this now.
Yeah, you got me off rip right there. All you like, shit, Nick, bro, that's all you had to say. Shit, goddamn. But no, they said the first great milestone in 22nd century science fiction is here. Written, illustrated, and hand-lettered by British comics virtuoso Joe Palmer, who, for those who knows on Time Before Time, Destination Kill is powered by the thrum of 1,000,000 gigawatts of non-stop visual firepower as rendered by one of the most incendiary visual storytellers in comics today. The year is 2125, and the all-powerful corporation Overcon uses its robot workers to pour our drinks and dispense our meds, all while rebuilding London's central city into a hyper-modern megalopolis bolted together in its own image. But as Overcon prepares to celebrate the first year of its Paradise Loop, a super-fast transatlantic train that connects the central city to New York in under 60 minutes, an unwieldy army of displaced human workers floods the streets with weapons, plotting an attack at the anniversary gala. Enter Gina Serene, a stressed-out, pill-popping police detective in desperate need of a vacation, and her ex-partner turned PI Lance Wingman, who are now the only thing standing between Overcon's skyscraper-sized fist and the worker uprising that threatens to bring Britain's capital crashing down around them. This, I ain't gonna lie, it grabbed my attention. It grabbed my attention.
That has my. Can you? I need you to repeat something.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot.
What is our leading lady's name again?
Gina Serene.
You see how it's not Sharonda, Taquisha. Could you know what I'm saying? You can do it normal. You can. And I looked up some Google images, and one of the first things I see right when you said pill popping is literally her with a Pez dispenser just going in on some pills right now.
They said Sinead.
Yeah, Destination Kill. That book, from that whole little synopsis that Ernie just read from the cover. I'm looking at some images I'm looking at interiors right now. I'm just did a Google image search if you all want to look at it too. Yeah, I didn't plan on getting up today, but yeah, I'll go check this out. And I do like that it's written and drawn by the same person. Because I know you tried that, and I know how much work that is. So
it's a lot.
It's a lot. So shout out to Joe Palmer, man. Shout out. I want to read this. I want to try this out.
Insane. Yeah. No, I mean, I was here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. I like that kind of shit. So, like, for me. I have one last thing, and this is quick because I didn't plan to buy this. I just saw it, and because nobody would shut the fuck up about it, I decided to give it a chance. I picked up Dungeon Crawler Carl.
My homeboy been bugging me about this fucking book. What?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a webcomic, but it's a webcomic that got turned into a graphic novel. Basically, so basically, for what I understand, from what I gather about it, God damn it! Apparently, it's an 8-book series. Good Lord. But no, let me pull this up.
It's lit RPG. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so
I know one of my white friends, he swears by, you need to read this. You always be telling me books to read and recommend on your show. Why don't you read something I recommend?
I was like, all right, Negro. All right. I don't look. Well, here, I'm gonna pull this up so y'all can see. But basically, the long and short of it is, Dungeon Crawler Carl. And yes, it's the lit RPG fantasy smash hit phenomenon, and New York Times bestseller Dungeon Crawler Carl is now a graphic novel for the very first time. The apocalypse will be televised. You know what's worse than breaking up with your girlfriend, Carter? Getting stuck on a sadistic alien game show with her cat. Join Carl and Princess Donut as they try to survive the end of the world or just get to the next level of a trap-filled fantasy dungeon.
What kind of Adventure Time ass premise is that, bro?
Hey, look, hey, I didn't make it up. But no, it says with vibrant art done by Laurel Pursuit to bring action-packed battles to life. Join as Carl fights his way through the dungeon in heart speckled underwear, and of course, the grisly scenes are only balanced with the incredibly fluffy, wide-eyed stare of its main character, Princess Donut. It looks pretty interesting. I'm not gonna hold you. It's a very like I haven't finished it yet, obviously, but to give you an idea of the types of shenanigans is the only way really to put it. You're looking at like right here. This is some of the interior work you can expect to see. Dude literally is running around in his boxers. And also in the here, let me zoom this in. Got his Crocs on. This man literally, you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm kind of mad for this dude because he got caught slipping the way I would probably get caught slipping. Like you was going to go take the trash out and you ain't feel like getting like fully dressed for it. So you just grab the Crocs, you still in your drawers, your shirt, you put on a little coat because it's a little cold outside. Fuck your legs. You're like, nah, man, my arms. I need to keep my arms warm. You go outside and all of a sudden you just get snatched up. That's what that is. But yes, that was what I picked up this week. In other news. But yes, for those who what you see.
Well, I'm reading the chat and then I started doing my own little investigative journalism.
Oh shit, what you find?
So Critical Drinker is in that book.
Really? Is he?
Not in that book that you have. He's not in that one, but apparently he's in book 3. And
why?
When I don't know, big dog. But when the author of the book was interviewed about it, because apparently this was like you said, this was a webtoon series first.
Yeah, right.
He said, I regret that my books have any association whatsoever with him. I hope one day to have his part in book 3 removed altogether. It's a distraction and the only edgelord douchebag I want people to think of when they read my books is the AI itself. I don't know what it means. Maybe that's
I know what they're talking. I know what they're talking about. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I wonder what possessed them to put Critical Drinker in the first place, and what's the context of.
Don't know. You gonna have to read and let us know, or I'm gonna have to do more investigative
journalism. This motherfucker.
But I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, because earlier Ernie brought up bombs, right? And there is a current bomb that is going to be coming out from Marvel. This is one of those rare instances where this was Blerd Cave information, but it was sent to me and not Ernie. Which is very, very rare for me to get sent the shit and not Ernie, and then Ernie and I just try to figure stuff out. But there was an announcement, and I wanted to announce it here, but I wanted Ernie to see it in real time, just like all of you guys. Yes, LL Melvin, this is an exclusive. Carter with the street credit. Yes. So it got announced on Twitter on accident because it was supposed to be announced here and some other channels as well. But Ernie, I'm about to send you the screenshot now, but I want you to be able to, can you kind of pull it up real fast? Because I want your real-time reaction and the audience's reaction while I'm reading it, because I'm going to be focused on this. So
you gotta send it to me.
I'm about to do it right now. So this is from Marvel.
God.
Marvel unveils officially. I want to wait until Ernie pulls the image up for you guys.
Oh my god, this is some fucking garbage. Let me find this bullshit. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fuck you. Anyway, go ahead, read this shit. Read the bullshit. God damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marvel unveils Indiana Jones: The Further Adventures Book 1 and Indiana Jones: The Further Adventures Book 2. New hardcovers collecting the characters' beloved 1980s Marvel comic saga. Available this September. Presented in leather red binding with debossed cover designs, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
How mad are y'all that some of y'all thought this was going to be some real deal shit? Because y'all act like y'all don't know me. As soon as I saw it, I said, I got to tell him, but it got to be live because he's going to lose it.
Look, I need, you know
before
what?
you get mad, we have to put respect on it. This was 2025, 2026, number 1, number 2, and then number 1 and number 4 most wanted omnibus from viewers like you, ladies and gentlemen. Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, the former president of Air Force One himself. Indiana Jones is coming out from Marvel, ladies and gentlemen, in September. How you feel, big dog?
Look. I don't have I don't have a polite opinion to share. Like, I don't have honestly, you know what? The only thing I can say is, and this is strictly for Uncanny Omar's audience.
Oh,
what is wrong with you? Boy!
That's all. Like, you know what? I'm sorry, but yeah, man. Look, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is you know what? I hate this shit. I hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit. This is some bullshit. I'm not gonna hold y'all. This is bullshit. And you know what? I blame Uncanny Omar's audience. Y'all are.
I mean, you supposed to. They voted for it.
Oh no, exactly. No, exactly. This is like, I'm sorry, but man, dude, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like who raised y'all? Like, who raised y'all? Like, what? I just don't understand, bro. Like, what?
I mean, if I can be honest here for a second with you all, as I like to do here, I was given a lot of flack and a lot of hell for I had never seen any Indiana Jones film. I remember there were several Blerd caves in a row where several of you all yelled at me and wanted updates on me watching the cinema presentation of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I remember a lot of you all yelling at me and getting on my case about that. So I feel like this is what you all want. You all love Indiana Jones. No, y'all get leatherette omnibuses. 2 of them.
Man, look. Get that bullshit about my get this bullshit about my face. I don't even want to see this shit no more. Dude, I'm sorry, but man, Uncanny Omar's audience needs to be stopped. They need to be stopped. I'm sorry.
He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it.
He just can't. I'm sorry. This is some bullshit. This is some baby back bullshit. I cannot look, dude. Like, who voted for? Like, I need names. I need names. I need names because I'm sorry. Somebody got to answer for this shit. Somebody's got to answer for this. Who let these people vote? You know what? Honestly, I think we need to cut off some people's internet. That's what we need to do. We need to cut off some people's internet. That's the only way we're gonna get through this. We have to. Yeah, we have to cut off some people's internet. That is.
I'm just saying, because several of you all that are in this chat that I'm looking at right now, y'all yelled at me for not watching Indiana Jones. So now that y'all getting Indiana Jones, y'all don't want Indiana Jones. I'm so confused.
Get that shit out.
That's what you voted for.
Get that shit up. Get that shit up out my face. Like, honestly, anybody who voted for that shit,
right to jail, right away. No trial, no nothing.
Yeah, no, you got to go. You got to go. I'm sorry, but you got to go. I'm ready for these. This some old nigga shit. Like, y'all got. I'm ready for y'all to just die at this point. I'm ready for y'all to just die at this point. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why would you put that on somebody? Why would you wish for them to expire in their face first, in their apple cinnamon oatmeal, watching reruns of In the Heat of the Night? Why would you wish that on somebody? I didn't wish that on somebody. I simply said y'all got what y'all wanted in leatherette.
Hey, look, all I'm gonna say is y'all know some old motherfuckers that voted for y'all know for a fact it was some old ass geriatric, like literally 2 steps, like wait, you know, it was one of them. It was one of these.
Your ass 1 step away from the grave, my boy.
Like, it's motherfuckers is literally like right there. They like right there. They literally like this close. They this close to death, but instead of like just going peacefully into that good sweet night, no, what they got to do, they got to inflict Indiana fucking Jones on us. These motherfuckers ain't even like, when does this shit come out? September 2026. Nigga, they ain't even gonna make it to September 2026. That's how old some of these motherfuckers are.
Why are you putting the Final Destination on people? Why are you doing that?
Hey, but am I wrong?
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Don't bring the best in the world into this conversation.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. It's time.
Don't bring the real world champion into this. Don't bring him into this. No.
Yeah, no. This shit was rigged. No, this shit was rigged. Fuck these motherfuckers.
They already proved it wasn't. This was y'all.
No, that shit was rigged. I don't care what that motherfucker said. She lying. Whoever it is, they lying. They lying.
This is all I want to say about them. September is going to hit. There are going to be several people online because I think the people that wanted this book to happen, I think their legs are going bad, so they won't be able to walk to the comic shop. I think so. They're going to go online. They're going to order their Indiana Jones and leatherette, and they're going to put it on the shelf. And that's just where it's going to stay. Because I feel like a lot of this, if I can be honest here, I feel like this was voted for not for the purposes of reading, but for the purposes of having it.
Yeah, no. Okay, first off, anybody who says that they bought this shit to read it, you are fucking lying. Stop fucking lying. You're fucking lying. I don't care what you say. You can tell me, you look me dead in my goddamn face, I'll tell you a motherfucking lie. You a lie. You didn't buy this shit to read. You a motherfucking lie if you say you bought this shit to read. You a motherfucking lie.
Well, you see, even though I did just say what I said, and I'm finna contradict myself, but don't you buy books to read them, Ernie? How can you just assume they won't read them?
Because I literally heard a white man on Omar's stream when they was voting on this bullshit say, and what was it? What I don't even remember what the fuck the book was.
That was about the Incredible Hulk. and how Omar found that rare book for him, and he just hadn't gotten around to reading it yet because
that shit was still in the plastic.
Yeah, Omar said it was still in the plastic, and the man said to him, "Well, I just haven't got around to reading it yet." For only for Omar to respond, "I bought you that like 10 years ago."
like I said, mark my words.
One step away from the grave, my boy.
That motherfucker ain't gonna make it to read it. He ain't gonna make it to read it. I'm sorry, but he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it to it. He just ain't gonna make it to it. That motherfucker gonna be gone. look, that look.
Hey, man.
Look, I'm sorry.
Just make sure, because this is still a comic book, and I want Ernie to practice what he preaches. So we don't know if you're going to have to pre-order the book. Yeah, we don't know what the FOC is. I think you all need to start going to your comic book shops a lot more, because if you do want the further adventures of Indiana Jones book 1 and book 2 come September, this might be a very hot item. I mean, it is in leatherette. So I think you all need to pre-order the book if you do want it on your shelves. If you do want to read the book at some point before you hit the upper room,
when Jesus,
I just shut up. So please, just when September hits, I mean, just be ready to go to your local comic shops, or send your great grandchild there, or your son's side girl who likes to call you grandpop. Send her over there. Go get your Indiana Jones come September. But yes, it's a lot of comic books coming out, man.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about that goddamn book.
I didn't know he had a Poetic Justice one. I didn't know he had that. I didn't know he had that.
Yeah, bro, I'm just saying, this is bullshit. This is bullshit, but I don't want that shit. Look, get that shit up out my face. Get that shit up out my goddamn face. I want to, you know what? Let's read some super chats, and then we're going to talk about an actual good set of books that don't have to be in leather red. Oh, okay, here we go. We got, first off, shout out to the homie. Shout out to the homie Devon Dynamo out here with the Blerd Club Silver joint out here. Yeah. We love to see it. We love to see it. Yeah. We also got the homie Extra out here with 68 months in the Blerd Club Silver Mines. Says, enjoy y'all holiday, fam. Got you a plate, Carter. Look, man, look at that, man. We look. They gonna look. Hey. Man, Extra gonna take care of you.
Doubtful, but until he said that, I completely forgot that Monday was a holiday. So I appreciate you, Extra, for telling me that, because now I don't have to go to court and I don't have to go deal with clients because I'm gonna be off work. So thank you for that 68 months in the silver age of Blerd Club, because you totally just reminded your boy that it's a holiday and I can chill tomorrow. Y'all might get a stream out of your boy now. The Vampire Lus Greg with the $5 saying Ignition is definitely getting my attention. I just picked up Just Brutal. It was a very fun read.
That's another one I need to get.
I read a little bit of it when I was in the shop this week, but then they hired some new people there, and I heard one of them walking, so I didn't want her to see me reading it, so I just put it back real quick. So yeah, from a little bit I read of Just Brutal, it seemed like it was a fun one. It did seem like it was a fun one. Sir Yuri G, it'll always be on Twitch, because the YouTube stuff is technically YouTube is supposed to be videos, but like I put them 2 videos up of like me fucking around on Dead as Disco, which I thought was pretty funny. Yeah, it'll always be on Twitch. YouTube, now that I got something, I got to figure out what book I want to do first. If I do a video at all, it'll because when I went in there for you Wednesday, telling you about that damn money shot, you freak. I went in there looking for Black Hammer because I really want to finish that series, but the problem is it's out of print. The trade, yeah. So okay, so it's 3 trade omnis, but they call them omnis, but they're just compendiums. But it's not one of them big ass wicked divine compendiums. No, it's a decent. I don't feel like grabbing it. So,
hey, look, I saw how heavy that shit was going.
Well, no. It's so the main story is 3 trades. But the second trade is out of print, which would then leave, but they re-released it. Dark Horse came out with in library editions.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, then I'll just buy them in library editions. The first volume in library edition is out of print.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, matter of fact, fuck it. Here. Y'all see what I do for y'all trying to put books behind me and shit? See, it's not. This is the first omni.
Yeah.
See, decently sized. I
Crazy.
mean, this is a prestige bathroom book if I've ever seen one.
Man, what you said.
Yeah, dude. So I'm currently waiting for waiting for Dark Horse to put it back in print so I can finish it.
This is crazy. Speaking of Black Hammer, met the artist for Black Hammer Reborn, Caitlin Yarsky, a week or so back on the train. That's wild.
That's dope.
That is wild, especially considering a story you just told me the other day.
Oh boy.
Carter out here rubbing elbows with celebrities, just casual like.
That was funny. I will say that was funny. But when you say rubbing elbows, I think that makes people think it's something more than it is. I shot the shit with Maya Hawk because we was getting our car washed at the same spot. That's literally how that works,
this man was hanging out with Stranger Things own.
Yeah.
The one and only Robin. This man was hanging out with Robin.
Don't start that shit. Don't do the Hollywood Carter shit. Because did I tell you? Was that you I was on? No, that wasn't you I was on the phone with the other day. I was driving home, and you always see them old white folks jogging, or the old folks just jogging in the street and shit.
Yeah.
One of the ones that was jogging in the street that apparently he lives in one of the complexes near here. Fucking Bruce Buffer.
It's
time himself.
Man,
himself.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have to fight the urge to say that in front of him, like, hey, Bruce.
No, I could never do that.
You got the time?
After the Tom Hanks incident that several of my friends still give me shit for, I will never yell out anything. I don't. Every time I think about that, I think about the fucking Tom Hanks incident with me. So no.
No. He was out here. Yeah. Mr. Tinseltown. Yeah. Mr. Tinseltown. This man was out here hanging out with Maya Hawk. Robin.
Listen. I am not Mr. Tinseltown until I can audition for Bitterroot. Oh, then I'm gonna stunt everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Look, this motherfucker. See, this is what y'all don't know though. See, Maya. See, she humble. She trying to be a secret producer behind the scenes on Bitterroot, and Carter was there meeting because he trying to. She was like, you know what? You look like you'd be a good fit for Bitterroot. Let me get you up on here. Yeah, that's right. Scoops Ahoy's finest. Maya Hawk was hanging out with Carter, with Hollywood Carter. Lord, look, I'm gonna have to get you a feather boa. I'm gonna have to get you a feather boa in one of them little sleeveless T-shirts.
Oh God, no. So they're trying to. Okay, this is the last thing, and then we need to get back on point.
Yeah,
the Tom Hanks incident, the one with his wife. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike Manhattan. Ernie knows this.
Oh yeah.
I was driving because a lot of like the fighting game fans know that I'm close friends with Lil Maja. His name is Terrell, and he was here like it was like maybe two-ish years ago, and we were just riding around or whatever the fuck. But on my way to Hollywood to go pick him up, I'm driving and I'm at the light and windows rolled down, and I'm waiting for the light to change, and Tom Hanks is in the car next to me with his windows rolled down. And instead of being a normal fucking person, ooh, shit, Tom Hanks. What does Carter do? Oh shit, Forrest. And then he just looks, and I was so happy that he was in the left turning lane and just got the fuck away from whoever this weird black dude was that just screamed out Forrest at the fucking light. Don't judge me. I know it was stupid. I knew it was stupid when it came out. It was just reaction. Oh, there y'all go. Ernie sat here mad about Indiana Jones, and now y'all get an embarrassing story from my ass. There you go.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm glad.
Books now.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm glad it wasn't me, because the first thing I'd have said, "Hey, it's Professor Door," because I love the Lady Killers movie. That'd have been like, oh man, Lady Killers right there, pimp.
You will never, ever, ever, ever. I don't even want to play like that. You will never see me in anything Tyler Perry related. I don't give a goddamn if it's a Twitch ad. I'm not gonna be in it. No.
Well, no. I ain't gonna lie. If Carter was, I promise you, if Carter was live streaming and y'all told him y'all got an ad for a Tyler Perry movie, he would just cut the stream. He would just cut the stream. He would just cut the stream, just right there. All right, so let's get into what we came here to talk about, because we've been bullshitting for like an hour now. Yes. So we're here to talk about one of my favorite comic book series. Y'all been hearing us talk off and on about, two of the hardest working motherfuckers in comics today, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, who are the minds behind the graphic novel series Criminal. Well, they do a lot of other books. As a matter of fact, the number of books they make is kind of ridiculous, because we talked about the Fade Out, which is another one of theirs. That's another series of theirs. I recently started reading Where the Body Was. I think that's what it was. Yeah, Where the Body Was. Yeah, Where the Body Was. I'm also a huge fan of Fatale, which is another book by them, and they just have a lot of shit. These guys are literally just putting out books like left and right, I even got David F. Walker on the record for this. He said those are two hardest working motherfuckers in comics, because they are literally just out here crafting stories and telling the types of tales that you just don't expect to see. But boom, Reckless. Now I'm not just holding one book here. I'm actually holding a total of 5, because there are 5 total Reckless books. Now, Reckless is a series that is, I don't want to say unique in this regard, but it is definitely interesting in this regard. Reckless is a story that you are basically reading a TV show. You're basically reading it, and what I mean by that is just the fact that Reckless, the way that the comic works is that it's a bunch of you're basically talking about 5 separate stories, and they all basically run like a TV show would. Like here,
you could literally, excuse me, you could literally say like each of those books that Ernie was holding up. Each book that's behind me, you could say that each book is just a fucking season.
Yes.
You could.
Yeah, like
you
right
really
here.
Could.
Boom. Season 1. This is season 1 right here.
Yep.
You got season 2, Destroy All Monsters.
Yeah.
You got season 3, Friend of the Devil.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think this actually might be season 2. I might have them backwards, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I couldn't remember either.
All I know is The Ghost in You is season 4, and Follow Me Down is season 5. That's what I know that for a fact.
One of the first things that popped into my head, just keeping with the TV show or like the season comment, one of the first things that popped into my head when I started reading Reckless was like Reacher.
Yeah, no, very much.
Yeah, each book was just like a new season, but it was also based on a different Reacher book. I think that in one of them, Ed Brubaker was talking about how it was kind of like the stories that he grew up on, or if you all want another way to kind of think about the Reckless series, think about those. This is going to be bad, but think about those like series of romance novels, pulp books that like your mom or your grandmother would pick up, and it was a series, and it was all Fabio was on the cover of all. That's kind of how Reckless is done. It's supposed to, it was done like that. I think you and I talked about this off camera, but I think there was one point where this just goes back to the hardest working man in comics statement of them putting out like 3 of these books in 1 year.
Yeah, they did 3 in 1 year.
And in 1 year.
Yeah, and like I said, these books, I mean, this is like, they don't follow a tradition because it's an OGN, it's original graphic novel. So like they don't follow the same format that you would expect, like the typical 22-page format, in storytelling that you might expect. But that doesn't mean
more like chapters.
Yeah, everything
not
is
issues.
Yeah. It's none of this is broken down to chapters. It's all broken down to issues. Matter of fact, I think with each of these, you're still getting about a normal trade, basically. But like it's not going to be formatted the way you're probably going to expect. And yes, what Mike Manhattan said earlier, talking about like the best modern comparison is probably Duster. Also, a very kind of similarly themed. For those who don't know.
That's the one you really like too.
I love that show. Duster was great.
I didn't watch it when I found out it got canceled. I got pissed. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna watch it now if it got fucking canceled.
Well, the funny thing about Duster was when it was initially announced, I thought it was based on one of I thought it was based on one of Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips' books because because it's very much like that. Okay, this is another thing to keep in mind with everything that almost not everything, but almost everything that they make, with the exception of the Fade Out and some parts of Criminal. Most of their books take place in the 80s. Gotcha. Fatale doesn't take place in the 80s. It takes place like in the 40s, 20s, something like that, 50s or whatever.
Okay.
But like Reckless takes place in the 80s, like a lot of Criminal takes place in the 80s, and it's because it's a time period that at least Ed Brubaker, I don't remember exactly how old Sean Phillips is, but I know Ed Brubaker has a very strong memory of the 80s. But no, basically what this story is about a guy by the name of Ethan Reckless. That's his name, Ethan Reckless. And he is in an interesting predicament. Because, and I'll say this much, I'll probably go a little bit more, I would probably be more willing to go into some of the aspects of volume 1 more so than some of the others. But, but basically when we first meet Ethan Reckless, this guy's having a pretty rough time. This guy, we literally meet this guy. He's literally in the middle of, some bodies. This man has a hatchet in his hands, and that first book is literally one of those, we're gonna start at a fucked up part at the end, and then everything else is just showing you how we got to that point. That's the first book in a nutshell. It's like neo-noir. Like it's like neo-noir style of a story, because
very pulpy. Yep.
You're basically, and this is also kind of, when I was reading this, it was after I'd written the first couple of issues of Heart of the Darkness, and like these were the books that kind of let me know. I was like, dude, you know what? I'm on the right track. Because I was like, that whole like, oh, the character has like an inner monologue. He's always kind of telling you about stuff that's going on, and kind of letting you know about details that, while in the moment he doesn't know, but it's like it's like he's recounting the story to you. Like, but he's recounting it with new information. While at the time he doesn't have that. Well, then the funny thing of it too is, just like every good pulpy hero, this guy has a past, he has a backstory. This isn't really a spoiler, but like, so the issue with Ethan is that he's dealing with a really bad case of amnesia. That's like, because that's always the thing about a good pulp story, a good noir story. The hero can't be too perfect. A noir story always works better when the main character has something about them that's kind of off. Like, case in point, when we talked about the Fade Out. The main character of the Fade Out, what was his whole thing? He has blackouts.
Oh.
Yeah, he has blackouts.
I was say he was just lame.
Yeah, he was slaw. He was a slaw. That straight up and down. Yeah. He's a slaw. Straight up and down. But no, so when we are introduced to Ethan, we learn that he used to be in the FBI. And when he was in the FBI, he was working undercover, infiltrating, I guess what the FBI assumed was a radical, I guess borderline terrorist operation or whatever. But he did the thing that always happens in stories like this from around that time frame. Ethan did what they call going native. Ethan met a woman. It's always a woman. Always. Saoirse Le Femme. He meets a woman and he ends up falling in love with her. And you learn that over the course of the story that there was an explosion that happened. There was a bomb or something that went off during part of the operation, and things happen. And as a result, he survives the bomb. It's why, like, you probably can't see it too good here, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can. This is not a detail line. This is a scar. This is a scar he has from that explosion. So Ethan is out of the FBI. He's basically kind of, he's basically had to, like, be put out of the FBI. And he basically has no memory, though, of... Like he knows parts of his past, but he doesn't know all the details. There's details that are missing, and the details are where the story is really gonna unfold. But yeah, basically this dude just sits around all day.
He's floating.
He's just kind of floating through life. The guy goes surfing. He loves the movies. Absolutely loves the movies. You kind of see one of the kind of cool aspects of this is that this movie theater that shows up throughout the series, Ricardo, this is a movie theater that Ethan owns now. Like, basically he got like a settlement, he's got money or whatever. So yeah, he sits around, he surfs, he watches old movies all day. But the other thing that he does is he is a troubleshooter. He's a trouble man, more or less. That's kind of the best way to put it. He's the guy you call when you got a problem. So when shit's popping off, and you've got a whether it's someone took your car, or they maybe somebody took some money up off you. Doesn't really matter what it is, but if you got a problem, Ethan will come help you solve it. For obviously for a fee.
Okay, so real quick, LL Melvin, you're saying, so a fixer? No,
Yeah.
he doesn't
No,
like.
no, no, no,
he
no,
doesn't
no.
like to be. He doesn't like to be referred to as that. He
No,
more so
no.
will just he'll help if he can.
Yes.
His whole thing is like it's one of those instances where like I'll do this if it's something that kind of piques my interest and I just want to kind of see what else is going on here. The one thing I really enjoy, one thing that it reminded me of, because I brought up one show, allow me to bring up another one. Burn Notice.
Yes,
where
there's
where if you remember Burn Notice, Mike, the main character, he was a spy, he got burned. What do I do now? Reckless was in the FBI, now he's out. What do I do now? And then in Burn Notice, it was just Mike just kind of doing little shit around Miami with a bigger narrative. Same rules here, where it's Reckless, where it's just Ethan. He's at the theater, he's watching movies. That was in another show, real quick. When I saw that he bought the theater, it just reminded me of Angel when they just bought that hotel and that was just their base of operations.
Right.
But that's Ethan's whole thing is just replace Miami and Burn Notice with LA in the 80s. And one big thing for me when I was reading this, because that first book is all narrated by Ethan. And one thing that Ethan does that Ed Brubaker always talks about, because Ed Brubaker likes to look up shit that was, because he likes old LA, old Cali, how it used to be. And it was really interesting to me just because I'm living here now. So when I see certain things that are kind of inserted into the book about, you know, how this highway used to be here, or this highway was created and it messed this up. So now I have to go do this, and now I have to drive to this thing, and it's a pain because now it used to be I could just do this to go surf, but now I have to do this. So like I would say LA and specifically is more, I'd say Cali as a whole, but that's a character in the book in and of itself. But I didn't mean to go off on that, but no, he's not a fixer. He hates being called a fixer or a bounty hunter or anything like that. He more so just uses his skills to just help the people he thinks really need it. There are instances where there will be somebody asking for help with a certain thing. Go call the police. Just that quick. Like I don't
pretty
need
much.
to do that. You can just call them people for this. But go ahead, Ernie. I want to hear more what you thought about it.
So when you get into this story, one of the other things we were talking about characters.
Yes.
We're talking about characters. There's another character that's also pretty important to this, and it won't seem that way, like at least initially, because she doesn't play as huge a role in the first book as she does in like later books, but she is like always kind of around. Yeah, every good noir story, every good noir hero has to have their girl Friday. They got to have like somebody's got to be around to help keep the hero on the straight and narrow, help keep him doing the right thing, more or less. And this is kind of an unusual situation because like there's nothing like romantic going on here at all. Like it's just it's more of a father, like it's almost kind of more of the daughter, almost. Almost like a little I would say like little sister at first, but then more later as time goes on becomes almost more like a father-daughter type of vibe. But Anna, who is here, and I'll pull this up, basically she is kind of like she's basically who keeps him grounded. Like basically he doesn't like there's certain points where like maybe he doesn't keep up with all his jobs, and there's even some other points where like even early on where like she even kind of mentions like, hey, you need to be doing this, or hey, look, we need to get this job done because we need to get this money, we need to get this shmoney, and you've been kind of slacking and you haven't been answering your phone and shit like that. And like then, like I said, at first, like, and I love the way Ed and Sean set this up, because when you read that first trade, she like I said, she's there and she pops up a lot, but she's not as main of a character quite yet. Like she is, but she isn't. But when you get to that second and third book, that's when you really kind of start seeing her pop up even more and more and more. She becomes to the point that by the time you get to the fourth book, it is just her. Like, well, Ethan's around, but like the majority of the focus,
her own season.
Basically, yeah. Like you know, like every like we have like an ensemble, like, oh hey, this is a so and so episode. It's like no, this is a so and so season. And it's really good. Like it, and that was the thing when because it's this one right here.
It's the ghost.
Yeah, this one right here. And like, cause even on the cover, you don't even see Ethan in it. You don't even see Ethan like really at all. Like, I think this is the only cover he's not in. But like, this is because this is her story. It's one of those where like, it's like, oh, Ethan's not around right now. And you don't really know exactly why he isn't around, but you find out towards the end of the book. And then like the fifth book is basically,
it takes place during her season. It's just showing you what he was doing during that season. So
it was interesting.
Really use a lot of TV show rhetoric to describe,
right? Yeah, actually,
book, you really did good. Yeah,
this right here, this is actually perfect. Yeah, The Wire season 3. Yeah, that's basically. that's actually. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good fucking example, honestly.
Okay,
but yes, like I said, when you get to this one, that's when you get her story, and she kind of gets a step into her own, but it also kind of showcases to you what Ethan is good at that she's not, but also what she's good at that he's not. Like the way she tackles a case is very different from how Ethan would tackle a case. And even like going as far as like the outcomes thereof. One of the things that I really did appreciate about this about this whole setup is that every book, it's a new case. The first case is I mentioned that there was a woman that Ethan was close with. That he worked with back when he was in when he was infiltrating that group while he was in the FBI. There was a woman, and basically that's kind of the impetus for this whole story, is that that old flame walks into the office. Basically, and it's like, oh snap, so now the hero has to kind of face the demons of his past, because we got to remember, when he met her and they were in love, she didn't know he was in the FB fucking I. So now, like, we've flashed forward now, and it's kind of like, oh shit, like things have happened, shit's happened, like, because it was like not just her, but it was her and her brother that were all involved together. So you start learning more about what they know now versus what they knew then. And she's got this whole deal going on where like she wants him to take this case, and she wants him to look in on some stuff. So that's how Ethan gets roped into the shenanigans that happen in this series. And it's wild, dude. This is such a wild story because just like you would probably expect, Ethan has to go beat the streets. He has to go find out, like, okay, like what's going on here, what's going on there. Like, he's like, I gotta find out, I gotta get to the bottom of whatever the fuck it is that's going on. Like right here you see where she's she's kind of checking in, trying to figure out like hey, will you take this gig, will you take this job? And this is the whole point of this story, is unpacking exactly how everything happened. Like you see, like, and kind of going back to what Carter was talking about with LA kind of being like a huge part of the story, like it's a character unto itself. Like you can see here, like boom, this shot right here, over the grapevine, up Highway 5, then across the mountains to 101, up through San Francisco. Like basically, whenever Ethan's going somewhere, he gives you such a vivid picture that I would imagine, this is just me, I don't live in California, so I couldn't speak to how accurate this is, but I'm assuming it is because Ed's pretty fucking accurate most of the time, if not all the time. I imagine that, if you were familiar with, Cali, back in the day, back in the 80s, so I think this is like roughly like 81, 82, 83, something like that.
Yeah.
I imagine you'd be like, oh, damn, that's exactly, that's how you do it.
Yeah. There were some interviews, because one thing that the book made me do when I was finished with it was how detailed it was that he was how detailed LA was that Ethan was describing. It made me want to start looking up stuff from back then to see. But there were interviews that Brubaker did. What you say?
No, so I just got an ad for
dating. I just got an ad for a dating service while you guys were talking about her.
Bruh, stop. Hey. Bruh, that's
maybe
crazy.
You will lose your FBI gig and get caught in between your job and some sugar walls. But the interview that Ed Brubaker did, he basically delved into how he did a lot of it's stuff from memory from back in the day, but a lot of it was research that he did of some things just to get more verification on it, because he wanted people to do exactly what Ernie was talking about, being like, oh shit, that is how that looked, because he didn't want anything to be misinformed or incorrect and something like that. So that was a cool thing. Do you have any more you want to say about that first book?
That first book, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, because the first book is so integral to you getting the vibes. Of because that first book is so integral to getting the vibes of the overall story. Like, I feel like there's some shit that pops off in that book that kind of informs on Ethan's character for the rest of the series. I almost don't want to say anything else about that first book. I do like, but just know that Ethan is gonna run afoul of some bad people. He's gonna think
one tends to do in these stories.
he is going to think that he knows what's popping. And he is also going to be proven wrong a couple of times. But when the time comes, and rest assured, here's the thing, this is what you can always know, because this isn't a one-off thing. Whenever you see Ethan holding that hatchet, something about to pop off, because that hatchet come up a few times. But just know that, these characters, you're gonna love them. There's some you're gonna hate. I don't think any of them will be Ethan or Anna at all.
Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this then. You all know that Ernie and I liked it because we both have the entire goddamn series.
Right.
But I think my story with owning all the books was a little bit different from Ernie's, because Ernie, to his credit, is reading several different books several different times. With me, it was different, because I bought this first book, right? I bought this bad boy, and I finished it. And then when I finished it, I got annoyed. Well, why'd you get annoyed, Carter? What'd the book do? The book made me want to get the next book, but it was like 10 o'clock at night and the comic shop was closed. So the next day, I get the second book. I'm reading the second book. And I finished the second book. Not a week later, I went and got third book. So to Ed Brubaker's credit, his writing and Sean Phillips' art, they did a phenomenal job in making you want to read. And I was reading several of the books. I sat there with Bug Wars that I had just gotten that day, because I had just gotten Bug Wars and I had just gotten the last trade of, funny enough, Rob Guillory's Farmhand that had just come out. And I already read Farmhand. Man, them roaches can wait. I need to see what's going to go on over here. So it really, that book ended up really getting my undivided attention, and with the story, with the history in California, which made me want to start doing some Google searches and researching and YouTube videos and listening to Ed Brubaker interviews to see why he did certain things this way. And then it got to a point where like I was bugging the fuck out of Ernie, because with the fade out, I read that book first. And then I told Ernie about it, and I kept telling Ernie about it, and then Ernie got it, and it was just like, yeah, nigga, you wasn't lying. With Reckless, he had it, and then I picked it up, and then he had the next book, and then I picked it up. And then it got to a point where Ernie started reading other stuff, but I was still on Reckless. So he was the only person that I knew that was reading Reckless. So I was kind of, sort of, but not really kind of, sort of. I was blatantly trying to get him to hit. Y'all done this to somebody. I guarantee y'all did it with the boys this week, where you rushing a motherfucker to watch something or read something so you can have somebody to talk to about that shit, because the shit was wild. It was one of those.
Yeah. But it was good. It was a good kind of like, come on, man. It was very funny, because we got like, especially with the fade out, because like literally that was a whole conversation.
That was
a whole conversation. And to put a little respect on this too, like this is something I fucking love. I love when people put this in the backs of their books. We're talking, you know what I'm talking about, back matter. I love good back matter. Like, case in point, when you read this book, you are going to get the process. They don't give you everything, but they do give you one page, like a breakdown of how a whole page came together. And you can kind of see here, and I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see it. When you look at, like, they give you the script for page 2. And I love the type of way that Ed does this, because he basically gives Sean a lot of room. Like, he's not like, this is probably the most description you'll get out of an Ed Brubaker script when he's working with Sean Phillips. But you see here, it says page 2, full tier, and now we meet the villain of this book, Wilder. He's in his mid to late 30s and looks tough, like an ex-biker who's gone legit or something. He's an ex-hippie bomber who's been living on the run for a decade, robbing banks, smuggling drugs, on he's basically giving Sean like the whole breakdown on who this dude is, so that he can like, set up the shot as accurately as possible. And you see like they're going through they're going through the dialogue, and you can kind of see where, like, okay, he's give you the full breakdown, but like this is the shot like as described, and you can see how like you can see how Sean set everything up. He's got everything like laid out. You can see where the because like he used the term whether people are familiar with this or not. When he says full tier, this means this is going to be a panel that goes all the way to the bleed, which I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you see this blue line right here that's going across like that, that's the bleed. That's the point where basically you don't want anything important to be past that if it is dialogue, because it will not be seen. But you can get away with it in case of like the rest of the image, because when you actually get to the image itself, this is where we get to here. So like like that the point where you get from point A, you get from point A to point B. And I love how they set that up. But yeah, going full tears, me, you're going all the way. This whole picture is going all the way to the bleed, not just across, but all the way to the top as well. There's a little terminology for you in case you wanted an exercise in comic book jargon. But yeah, now when you get, and also I love the teases. I love the teases. For the next, they do treat like any good comic would do. You know, they're always going to tease you about the next thing. But yeah, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that nod to, hey, we need you to come. Hey, season 2 is coming. Look for that next one coming in April. Like basically, like you're going to like it's almost like you're getting treated to a like a whole movie. But like when you get to this one, Friend of the Devil is another one that's gonna kind of play with you a little bit. This is where, and I don't want to give away too much here because there's a little bit of stuff that can happen.
See, I don't even want you to touch that one. I would just say the same thing I said to you when you, because this is, I will say, I know this is only the next book, but this is when me bugging the shit out of Ernie started. Because I really wanted him to read this one because of how this one was. And I know he doesn't want to, we're not going to go into details about it, but this is one of those, like, don't ask for shit. That's all I think about don't ask me for some shit. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask if you're not gonna like the outcome of what you asking. Is all I will say about that one.
Yes.
The one thing I do want to don't like. This is the equivalent of, babe, do I look fat in this? Yeah. And then she run in the room crying. What am I gonna do? Lie to you? Don't.
It's like what you. You knew the answer before you asked me. You knew better. But
exactly like Harada said. Don't ask me for shit. But one thing I do want to touch on with these books, I wish Harada had made that a real shirt. I'd have bought that. But
damn,
the one thing about each and every one of these books is that there is an overall story, and like we said at the beginning of this conversation, it's like seasons. But the one thing I cannot stress enough about these, if there is some hesitancy and there is some like cautiousness and some nervousness in regards to buying these books, you can read them by themselves.
Yes.
You can absolutely start with that first book. Oh, that was pretty good. And if you don't want to go to the next book, you just got a good Reckless. That first Reckless, that was just a good one and done, one shot story. So that's one thing I cannot stress enough about all of these books is that even though they will have some stuff in there to try to entice you to read the next book, you don't have to, but you'll still get a solid story from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips.
Yes.
Wherever your stopping point is, you're still going to get a good beginning, a middle, and an end.
Also, real quick before we go any further, I do want to say this too, man. Y'all, like I said, I'm a process guy. So when I saw this shit, when I got to see the clean line work on this cover for the first one, I was like, damn, that looks cold as fuck. Even like without the color, just because sometimes I think something we take for granted when we see some of these covers. For some of these books, like you see this, you like, oh man, dude, that's cold, motherfucker. Look at it. You see all that color, everything makes everything pop, which is great. But man, it made me put even more respect on Sean Phillips when I was looking at the clean lines of that first cover. I will also say too, just as a fair warning, these ain't no nasty nigga books, but you will occasionally see Ethan, give somebody the death stroke. So
you may see, because he's beating around the bush, you may see a titty or two.
You might.
You might see some nipplage. You might see someone get you might see a woman get cracked a few times. But it's an adult story. This is not.
This is very much like, if this cover doesn't tell you alone, just the fact that there's a woman literally with a titty literally about to fall out that gown. If that don't tell you, I don't know what will. Also, I love this right here. Oh man, so first things first. Here, let me get this. Osiris said, yeah, y'all gonna make me read it today. Got the Humble Bundle a couple of months back and had them sitting on my iPad for long as, hey, take them shits out the Humble Bundle and read them, man. You got to read them, man. You gonna thank us later.
Let me say something. Since he has that up, this, I want you to look at how small it is. This is prime.
Oh yeah.
Bathroom book. This is prime.
Oh yeah.
Prime bathroom book is what this is.
Oh yeah.
But I will say, you did say it was on an iPad. I wouldn't touch that iPad after you if you take him to the bathroom. I'm just saying this is a prime bathroom book. And what I mean by that, it's a nice little read. It's a nice little read. You're not gonna be sitting in there all day.
No.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
And then Mike Manhattan said a reminder, Sebastian Stan's trying to adapt this into like a movie or TV show. I did not know he was trying to do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'd be down. I would 100% be down for that. I hope he gets to make that a thing because that shit is.
I guess what we know. I guess we know what he's gonna be working on after he's Harvey Dent for a minute.
Yeah. And then we've also got this right. This one's just funny because we were talking about it earlier. This is the Mojo Verse says, "What's happening? Peace coming in late today." Carter, did you see that the Beauty has a show coming on Hulu?
Yes, and when I saw the trailer for it, I went right back to reading that goddamn book. That's what I did.
This motherfucker here. Also, shout out to the homie Dr. Midnight. I just thought it was funny because we were talking about it earlier, but yeah, I still haven't finished watching that show yet. I haven't made myself go back to it yet. But no, Dr. Midnight says, as you're watching Blerd Without Fear, either live or VOD, click on the like and thumbs up button. Helps channel grow, and click subscribe and bell for alerts of new live streams and videos. We appreciate you out there always holding it down for us. Which by the way, I do want to say real quick, I actually need to be better about this, but I am such a terrible seller of myself because sometimes I forget to be like, hey, you should do those things. I forget to do it all the time. I forget to talk about it. It's my own damn fault. But yes, if you are enjoying the stream, if you could do the things that I have popping up over here, you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and click that bell. That way you get notified on every video. Make sure you click all notifications too, because that makes a difference. That said, taking us back to Friend of the Devil. Yeah, this is the book I don't want to say a whole heap of lot about because I'll just say this. It is a quintessential noir story. And if you are a fan of noir, you'll know exactly what that means. Like, this is a story that it has all the classic elements of like a quintessential noir film. It's you're gonna have the good guy. You're gonna have there's gonna be a couple of women in the picture. And that's all I want to say. And it's up to you to figure out if you
thought that was way too damn vague, I'm gonna give you one that's not as Reckless gets a new job. He gets offered a new job.
Mm-hmm.
Find My Sister.
Yes.
And things happen.
Things happen. That is honestly lots of things happen. It's crazy. These and no, this is not incorrect. This is pure 1980s coke. I mean, it may as well be at this point. But no, he takes a job, and it's kind of interesting too because, once again, we're following Ethan at a point where he's like I said, this book kind of stands on its own 2 feet, but at the same time, Ethan is still kind of like in the throes of the things that happened in the previous story. He's also kind of dealing, with some feelings one way or the other about the job that he's ultimately going to wind up taking.
I want to know how much the feds gave him for him to buy a movie theater. I want to know how much the movie theater costs.
Oh, see, so that's funny thing because I noticed it when I was because I kind of forgotten what they gave him, but like when we were going through some of the images, I was reminded like he said he only got 3 years pension after,
which then made me think, God damn, how cheap was renting in Cali in the 80s. God damn,
right, right.
But I don't even want to talk. I don't want us to delve any more into that book because literally, let's save that for you all. If any of what we've said interests you, what I want to do is ask you a question because this question was asked in the chat.
Oh, let's go,
Ernie. This is from Jazz Shepherd. Any word on the Black Adams? I didn't know you put a "the" on there, Ernie.
I mean,
definitely looking forward to that series.
Yes.
I put the question mark on there because you put a question mark.
Oh, gotcha. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it here. So you know how I was going to be doing this series. It was all spun out of my idea to make like a fanfic comic that was going to be like an all black X-Men team. And then I ended up backing out of it because I realized that if I did it, I wouldn't really be able to do anything with it. So I just decided to rework it and make it my own.
Yeah.
And then I said I was going to be the one to draw it. And I did. I actually drew most. I mean, like I said, most of it was done. But I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was up to snuff. I don't know. Even though I thought it looked good, and other people told me that it looked fantastic, I don't know. For whatever reason, it just didn't feel like it was, I don't know. It felt like it was missing something. It was missing a thing. I don't know what it was. But I just decided, you know what? Nah, we're good. We're good on this. But the more I thought about it, I know I said that, we were going to do the thing, and I kind of wrestled with it. You couldn't really figure out like how to make it work. And then magic happened. So the book is going to move forward, but I'm not going to be the artist on it. I regret to inform y'all, I will not be the artist on the book. I may draw a cover for it, but I will not be the artist on it. Because I just kind of realized writing, kind of what Carter was alluding to earlier, writing and drawing a book when you have so much other shit that you also have to like spend a lot of time doing is like, okay, case in point, we were roasting Rippo ways back because he was talking about how like, oh man, trying to write a comic and trying to run a YouTube channel is too hard. And I was like, well, no, it's not. I was like, you can do that shit. It's easy. But like, I will say there is one thing that is difficult. It is trying to write, pencil, ink, and color a comic while you're running a YouTube channel. That is a whole other thing. That is where difficulty comes into play because you have to split your time. Now you're probably asking yourself, okay, well, if you're not going to do the art, who is? So that is where, you know what? I'm going to make this announcement here. Breaking news, y'all. Here, let's So,
welcome to the Blerd Cave at noon. This is Carter Presents and Blerd Without Fear. Today's top story, Blerd Without Fear, also known as Ernie Carruthers, also known as that hater with the white wife, has a new comic book that will be releasing at some point. And it was recently announced that he will not be on art duties for that book. Ernie, do you mind telling us who the Blerd Without Fear has on art duties for the Black Adams?
So it is going to be none other. It's going to be none other than Marvel artist Eder Messias. He is, and for those of you who do not know who that is, some of you might remember a little. There was a book that came out this year. It was the Black Panther 60th anniversary. Black Panther 60th anniversary issue. He did some art for that book, but I think the one you guys will probably be more familiar with. And this is only because it went viral for a lot of weird reasons, but
he didn't write it.
He didn't write it. No, he didn't write it. He just drew it.
Did the art.
He just did the art for it. But yeah, some of y'all might remember an image that was making the rounds during it's kind of like right around Black History Month, right around the time that like Captain America Brave New World was coming out last year. Y'all probably remember this image. Is what you're probably going to be remembering. Well, guess what? I am going to be I'm going to be working with this guy. The guy who provided the art for this image. He's already like working on issue 1 right now, and basically I've talked to him about it. This is like this is Sam Wilson Captain America of 2025. Basically, I sat like I say sat down to talk with him. We just emailed. But I don't want to make it sound like it's something more than what it was. But yeah, basically, we were emailing back and forth, and I basically told him, I gave him the mission statement for this comic. Like I told him, I was like, hey, this is what I want this to be. This is what it needs to be. I was like, this is going to be an unapologetically Black book. I was like, this is going to be an unapologetically Black series. And I was like, I was like, this is gonna touch on uncomfortable subjects, topics, things of that nature. I basically gave him the full pitch. Like I basically like gave this man everything. Like I gave him the Black Adams Bible. I gave him all my character designs, everything that I've done. Gave him details, descriptions, all kinds of stuff, and honestly, I didn't expect him to take the gig. I actually didn't expect him to take it because I've reached out to other people, like not Heart of the Darkness was no thing. Quinn was always going to be the artist on Heart of the Darkness. That just was how it was always going to be. But like when it came to Black Adams, I had reached out to so many people and everybody was just like, nope, don't have time. And I think some of it might have had to do because I even talked to some artists that that do work for Marvel, and I think some of it because like it probably some of the work that I was doing on Black Adams might seem like it might be shots fired at the big two in some aspects, so that might have also been a little bit of a deterrent. But good on Eder because he basically came and was like, yeah, no, I'm doing this. So basically, and while I've basically already kind of let him know I want him on this. Like always, like we talk about, like I don't want to be that guy who's always like getting like different artists for the same book. Like he's my dude on this. He's my dude. So that's what we're going with. Period. End of story. Josh Story, you ain't shit. Yeah, he said Quinn got nominated early. Say I can't be paying for no Eisner. Look, wait, wait a minute, wait. So wait, when the hardcover comes out for Heart of the Darkness, that shit gonna be like $125. Because we paying for the Eisner, baby. We paying for it. Like, look, I'm passing the savings on to y'all. No, but no, he's gonna be taking over. Adana is gonna be taking over on this, and he's really cool. Like, and
I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you real quick.
Yes, go ahead.
So now you all know who's gonna be doing art on Ernie's book. He has shown me he showed me several pages of it. It looks great. Don't show none of it.
Nah, I ain't gonna show anything.
No.
I don't want y'all to see it. I ain't showing none of it. Not
a page, not a stencil. Just know your boy has seen it. That it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
And here's the crazy part. He saw the roofs. Like these were like the layouts of the, like, basically not even finished, and it looked pretty damn good. So
yes, it did. But I don't want.
Yeah, no,
I don't
we're
want
not.
to be. Heart of the Darkness was the first go at things. I could understand being really excited and wanting everybody to be a part of that excitedness. But with this one, don't show them nothing. Just know who's on it. You've seen the art that this individual is capable of, and now he has someone of that caliber on a book of his. So just be prepared. But don't show them nothing.
No.
Don't show them nothing.
Y'all won't see anything for a good little while. But just know that based on some things that are going on right now, some things I'm kind of putting into motion. The brand is building, and one of the good things about this is that not only this is also what's great here is that these things allow me to do more shit. So, like, getting Quinn on Heart of the Darkness, that opened me up to be able to just focus. Actually, that was what allowed me to focus on creating Black Adams. So all the while that Heart of the Darkness was in production, I was working on Black Adams. And now that I'm working on Black Adams and no longer tied down and bogged down in doing the art for it, and got someone else to do it, now that not only opens me up to do more with Heart of the Darkness, which it already has, but it is also allowing me to focus on a third thing. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
There's something I want to ask you.
Go ahead, shoot.
I can't do it live.
Oh, cool.
I will not do that. I will not do that live. But it's something I wonder if it would be easier. It's about the book, but I ain't gonna do that live.
Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get off of here. But I just want to say yes. So don't worry. Black Adams is still happening. It's just gonna look way better. Than, like, it's getting a whole facelift, and I can't wait for y'all to see this shit. It's gonna be be crazy.
Carter gonna be lettering one of these projects, right? Well, see, first thing. I personally, and this is no shade to you, Ernie. Like,
no, you good. You good.
I don't think you could afford me. That's first thing. Second thing,
that's also fair.
I just got through talking about how my color pencil game was not on the same standards as the color pencil game we just saw of a cover he just posted earlier. So I don't know if he want me on letters. Plus, boy, I don't know what letterers really just do like that. Let him get Clayton Cowles or somebody. Let him get them. But that's all I would say. That's all I would say to that. But I'm really happy for Ernie to get artists of that caliber. I don't think this is going to help the allegations at all that Marvel has Ernie in their back pocket. But I mean, I'm really happy that I'm really happy that my dog got that artist to do that book, and just off of seeing the pages, like, that's pretty. That's
just gonna be cold. That's gangster. It's gonna be so fucking cold. Y'all have no idea. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold you. His layouts, like so I'm not gonna show him, but I'm just letting y'all know his layouts looked like my finished. like kind of close to like what my finished would look like. Like I'm not like I mean I'm being hyperbolic, but like just like I was looking at like how when you look at one of his pages versus mine, like I look at one of my finished pages. Well, I think my finished pages look great. I'm not saying I'm a bad artist. I think I'm a bad motherfucker, but yeah, that's another story altogether. But when I was looking at what his layouts looked like versus what mine would have looked like, his were way more detailed than what mine would have been. And I was like, bruh, this is what this looks like. Did them
How
finish?
the bad motherfucker feels when the real bad motherfucker walks in.
Like, what was that shit like Cat Williams? He said, "What a Christ." He said, "What?" He said, "Chrysler 300 looked like a Phantom till a real Phantom pull up." That's basically what it was. I was like, I was feeling really Chrysler 300 when he dropped them layouts on me. He dropped layouts for the first 11 pages of the first issue, and I was just like, okay.
I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna shut up now. It was one of them.
Oh, wait. He said Tom Report probably gonna blacklist the artist now for working with Ernie. Man, don't do it, man. Give it work, man. Give it work. Ernie be loitering outside the Marvel. He said he'd be loitering outside the Marvel office. And he'd be like, hey. Man, I know you hear me over there, goddammit. I know you hear me, David Marquez. I know you hear me talking to you. Yeah. And what Stegman? I know you see me, goddammit. Come on over here and work with me, motherfucker. Said Tom Brevoort and Akira Yoshida. Akira.
Since you brought up Stegman, I thought this was pretty fun. This ain't got shit to do with shit.
Yeah.
But I started getting emails from Stegman recently.
Oh yeah, was it his Substack stuff or was it like for something else?
Okay, so I said, wait, I didn't even know Stegman had a Substack and that I was subscribed to it. When the hell did I subscribe to a Ryan Stegman Substack? It was funny, but I was just like, wait, when the fuck did this happen? Then I remembered.
KLC Press?
Yeah. He done just duked the Donnie Cates and him imprint, because I guess it's just
I think it's done.
It's done now. And then just turned all that into just being all about Ryan Stegman. I thought this shit was funny as hell.
That is, yeah. I don't know what was really going on there, but like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I hope that there's
honestly, I just think it was the accident. Donnie Cates' accident, I think, just kind of fucked everything up. And then I think that brother got a divorce before that because his wife was doing one of the books, and then that just never became a thing anymore. So, do you guys think there will be a let's get back on Reckless real quick before we answer it, because we have some questions and we got to get to those since we didn't do them last week. Do you guys think there will be a Reckless hardcover compendium one day? Honestly, no.
Nah,
because of how he's done these books. How he wants them to be these kind of like standalone, like pulpy noir stories. I doubt it. To be completely honest, I don't think they need to be. I think these motherfuckers are readily available, and I think just the way they do them, I don't think they would warrant one. To be honest with you,
you know what? I tell you what, because I kind of said the same thing about Criminal a ways back. I didn't think he would ever put them together. But here we are, fast forward, and we got 3 deluxe hardcovers out. But I don't think here's the only way I see Reckless getting them. Is if that movie or TV show ever happens, then you might get it. But I will say, I do think it's not necessary. I would buy it. But I do think it's not necessary.
Yeah. I think I think with Criminal, it was 2 things. One, they were single issue stories. That was number 1. Number 2, they went from one imprint to another one. Because for people that forget this or did not know this or weren't aware, Criminal was a Marvel book at first. Yes, it said Icon on the side, but that was a Marvel imprint.
That was a Marvel
book.
It was, I think it was like a publishing deal they had. Because I think at the time, Ed was like locked in at Marvel when all that was going on. Because he was doing like Captain America and shit.
Went to Image.
Yo.
And then and then in Criminal, when Brubaker went to Image, Criminal came with him.
Yeah.
So that's why those got re-released and recollected and stuff like that.
I don't know what happened to them. What?
I don't know what happened to Icon. But I think another reason you won't see a Reckless hardcover compendium in any capacity is because what people tend to forget about Image is that when these books are released, the reason that a lot of the hardcovers will come out and then are just a pain in the ass to find is because creators have to come out of pocket themselves for them. That's why they are always on y'all asses when the hardcovers do come out and they tell you to buy them like crazy. If you're not a billion-dollar franchise, or like, that's why Invincible can constantly come out with hardcovers. That's why Spawn can constantly come out, because people are constantly buying them. That's why Kyle Higgins was begging for motherfuckers to buy that fucking first hardcover of Radiant Black, because if you didn't get that one, you wasn't getting another one. So that's one thing that people tend to forget. So I don't think they are going to do a hardcover commitment. That's the biggest reason I don't think they will, just because Ed Brubaker and them would have to come out of pocket, and there's really no reason to, because of how Reckless sold already. So
it's
that's
already done.
That's just what I think.
Yeah, it's already done pretty well. But yeah, basically, this is funny. I'm looking it up now. So yeah, apparently following it says following the end of Powers Volume 3 and Bendis' subsequent move to DC Comics, the imprint has been dormant since 2017. Yeah, pretty much almost every book that has been done by them. Because that's the thing I think is really interesting about the Icon imprint is that, because for those who know, this was their creator-owned imprint. So basically everything that was in there, it's like that is an unusual thing for a big two. Well, I would say unusual. It's unusual for Marvel.
I'm gonna say, because that was their Vertigo.
Their Vertigo. Yeah, it was their Vertigo. Yeah.
You had Powers, you had Criminal, you had Scarlet.
Yep.
Which is another one people tend to forget that was over there. But honestly, those were the only books that I can really remember from Icon, if I can be honest with you. But
so
I see that somebody in the chat said that the last comic book released from Icon was Empress by Mark Millar and Stuart Immonen.
Yeah, which is kind of wild when you think about it.
Was the Millar book, and I think that shit is just like the rest of his stuff. I think that's over at Dark Horse now, getting re-released in a overpriced hardcover right now.
For real. Yeah, because basically you had. You had Bendis, you had Ed Brubaker and Mark Millar, and then that was where you got like all of like your like Superior and like Secret Service and your Empress, Criminal, Powers.
I think another reason it went under was because a lot of people asked the question of, damn, I forgot about Jinx.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people asked the question of, well, why the fuck do you have Icon? Then what the fuck is Max? So I think they were running into that issue as well. There's like, isn't Max just this? But
I can see because it was grittier content, but like none of it was creator owned, I don't think. For Max. Like, because honestly, you can make the same argument for Marvel Knights. Like when they have you have Marvel Knights, you have Marvel Max. It's like, okay, well, what's the difference between the two? Because they're both like grittier, more like I think Max was like
Max had more nipplage.
No,
nipplage.
Because for a video that I'm making right now, I was going through and like talking about a little bit of Marvel Max. And dude, do you know I forgot they had an Eternals book under the Max imprint? And it has literally got like orgies and motherfuckers getting back shots and all kind of crazy. Motherfucker getting sloppy toppy while he talking. And it's very visible.
I knew Blade, Punisher, because I was reading Punisher, and oh my god, I can't remember the other Max. I just had it on the tip of my tongue, but there was only like 3 books I knew that were a part of Max, and Punisher was the only one that I was reading at the time, because I thought it was pretty cool that Frank was aging in real time in that book, then that's just because your boy did not know Constantine fucking existed. So.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, no.
I didn't know there was any Eternals book. That's interesting.
Oh, and I'm gonna promise you the reason why Rick Remender be putting them shits out. That motherfucker got that Black Science money. He got that Black Science money. He can do whatever he wants.
That's funny. I just saw him posting on Instagram that it got a compendium, and Fear Agent just got a compendium that just came out this week. So if you don't want or cannot find the Fear Agent hardcovers at all, there's a compendium where you can get it all in one book in one go.
Wild.
But it's funny but the Rick Remender stuff is interesting just because
Yeah.
I've seen different people talk about Black Science, and then I saw an Instagram post of him describing Black Science, and now I kind of want to read Black Science.
Yeah,
I want to read it.
When it first came out, when Black Science first came out, I started reading it, and for whatever reason, I stopped. It wasn't like because I wasn't enjoying it, just like I think because like it was kind of coming out around the time I was kind of getting into doing content, and I started focusing on more Marvel and DC shit just because that was the shit people were clicking on. So like anything that wasn't getting me clicks at the time, I didn't read quite as much. Cause like I was trying to like, cause that's the thing, like when people you say, oh man, all you talk about is Marvel and DC, I tried to make videos about other shit, but then like nobody would watch that shit. Like, or I won't say nobody, but like people just weren't fucking with it. Like, cause I remember I did Kill or Be Killed like way back. And people, you know, I think some people fucked with it, but it was just like, nah, man, get back to talking about Batman. Get back to talking about X-Men. Get back to talking about you know, Superman or some shit. And it was or Spider-Man or whatever. And it was like
Mike Manhattan. I don't know if you're stateside, if you're in the US. I wish I could get the Bitter Root hardcover, but it sold out before I could get any money. There's a link. There you go. In stock trades right there.
Yeah. That is definitely because that actually happened the other day because someone was like, man, I've been trying to find Compendium 2 a mile, so I can't find it anywhere. And I was like, in stock.
Yep, there you go.
I'm like, boom. Thank me later, hate me later. I was like, thank me now, hate me later, because your ass gonna blow all your money. You're gonna blow all your money on in stock trades. I promise you. Please believe that.
Yeah, I think that might be
way too full earlier.
That might be what I do today. If they have that Black Science compendium, I might snatch it.
Let me know if you go get that. Let me go.
Because I gotta go over there anyway to get fucking March. I was telling you about March.
Oh yeah, because it was so funny because when you brought up March, I literally had it in my cart on in stock. I was like,
see, I hate when this happens where now we just having a conversation and not doing Blerdcase shit. Because now I just want to ask you, since I'm going there anyway, do you want me to get you that that Livewire, that Vita Ayala Valiant joint, since they got it?
Maybe.
Do you want Valiant or do you want Money Shot, you freak? Because Money Shot they're only $5 each.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Look at you. Do you like in-stock trades more than cheap graphic novels? So here's the thing. I can answer this for him. Does he like in-stock trades more? Yes. Because in-stock trades is the only one he's fucking used because that's the only one I fucking told him about.
Yeah.
that is literally it.
That is true. That is true.
That is literally it.
It's not untrue.
I've been using in-stock trades since 2014, and he got mad that I had been using it that website that long, and never told him about it.
Let me tell y'all something. So, a couple of days ago when we were talking, I think, it was, I think it was Thursday night. I think we were talking, and man, I had a cart filled to the tune of $250, $60 something. And please believe it was like 12 or 15 books in that cart. Like I had all kind. I ended up not buying any of it because I was like, I ended up like taking a lot of stuff out of the cart because I was like, some shit came up and I was like, okay, yeah, let me not do this. Is not a good time to be like just recklessly spending money on books.
And yes, Mike, we heard about. I heard about it, and then I saw that Ernie talked about it. Did you hear about Valiant messing up again? They put out an AI art picture to promote an upcoming project, and people flamed them for it. Yes.
Yeah, yes. I saw. So they did one.
Mm-hmm.
They did one, and then they immediately did another.
Wow.
And people were eating them up in the replies. It was like it was one of those things. I was like, how did y'all do this twice? And here's the thing, they didn't respond to because what he's talking about is this right here. It was this post right here, and they had a bunch of different like other posts. I don't have the other pictures, but they were all AI, every last single one of them. And like you can kind of see here, a lot of artists, even myself, I had something to say about it. I said my piece. I was like, and I want to be clear on something. I was not the only motherfucker who was talking shit.
Everybody was getting on their head.
And then they did this shit. They did this shit right here. They did this after. Yeah, they doubled down. Like this was like
they're just ignoring it, or they don't acknowledge it.
They ignored it because basically, and they thought putting hint it's not a comic book was going to make people not be as mad. But the thing is, they were replying to people on that first post, but only people who weren't criticizing them. Yeah, that was it. Like anyone who acted even a little bit excited, they responded to them, but they would not respond to anybody else.
And Valiant wonder why they ain't nominated for an Eisner. Well, let me tell you this, Mike Manhattan. Them using AI art ain't got shit to do with them not being nominated for an Eisner. That's just they weren't nominated for an Eisner just because the majority of them goddamn books they putting out ain't good.
They really aren't.
Sorry.
Dude,
sorry.
Right now,
dude.
No.
There is a reason that I've seen several comments, and myself included. I didn't put a comment, but I share the sentiments. There's a reason that people want them to go back to the 2012, 2013, 2014 Valiant. The book that I just mentioned, that I just brought up to Ernie, Vita Ayala did for Valiant called Livewire. That book is from like 2012.
Yep.
Don't nobody want no current new goddamn Valiant. I don't like Bloodshot, no. Ninjak, no. Exo Manowar, no. Archer, like I think there's one book that I have not heard anyone dunk on out of the several that they're putting out right now. I think that was Shadow Man. I think is the only one out of the bunch I haven't heard anything negative about. But the majority of their books suck.
Yeah, and also this right here, this is the only book that they've made in recent memory that, other than like Dennis Camp's Bloodshot. Other than that, this is one of like probably the only books I gave a fuck about was Livewire.
I don't think I don't want to speculate on what company is going to buy Valiant, Mike Manhattan, just because I don't think a company is going to buy Valiant.
No.
Ain't nobody just clamoring for that. Nobody's trying to put a franchise behind that. Where you going to put this shit, Tubi? Like, I think at this point, depending on the sales, and this is me throwing shade.
I'm generous.
This is me being completely. I'm throwing shade, but at the same time, it would not surprise me. I think when the Black Adams Kickstarter come out, depending on how much money is made, I already could buy Valiant at this point. They're so bad and just so controversial with the bullshit they are doing. I think they gonna go, and I think they're gonna go cheap. So
look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. In regards to Valiant,
reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit.
That's basically how I feel about Valiant right now. And how I felt about them for a while.
No, I don't want to see Sukihana in a Valiant goddamn story, dog. No.
That's just not work. God damn.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
You want to talk about another dude who is just in the toilet. You know what? Jerome, you hit the nail on the head. I could see Gizmo probably could buy Valiant, goddammit. The director of Han himself, he could probably buy it for a spam Masubi and one super chat. He could buy Valiant right now. Let's get to let's get to these questions real quick.
I'll just
we have four. Let's do it. First one we got here is from John Stewart. He said, with the stunning revelation provided by Stephanie Williams about the Best Writer nominations, how many Black creative works have actually won in Eisner over the years? Well, the one that I brought up to Ernie that surprised me was one I just sent a link to Mike Manhattan for, and that was Bitterroot, because Bitterroot was nominated. Yeah, Bitterroot was nominated for an Eisner for the book, but none of the creative team was nominated, which I thought was very fucking confusing when I said that out loud. That's very, very strange. You nominate the book, but not the writer and the artist behind it separately. That's very. It was one of those like, well, we ain't really got to do that because we nominated the book. That's gross. That's nasty. That's just one off the top of my head. Do you have another one? I don't know another one that was nominated that had Black creatives. Yeah, that's the only one I can think of. But that was a wild statement because I started telling people like, this sister was the first one, and I said, "You remember like the Justice League cartoon, Justice League Unlimited and stuff like that?" Like, yeah. So the brother that was behind that, yeah, that back then, 95. Everybody had that same ugly, confused look on their face when I told them that fact. But yeah, just the Bitterroot one in and of itself, I think, just is a weird thing, which just shows the Eisners is kind of weird themselves. That's why I wanted to know who was voting on stuff. Next question we got is from the homie Melvin. He said, "Greetings, blurred beings, bars. I hope all is well. As much of us look towards other medias to get away from this stressful world, what are some documentaries or short form documentaries that keep you in the loop of the world? Thank you. Get right, keep tight, and don't be afraid to fight."
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one.
Well, your Plex server is full of goddamn documentaries. What's another what's some that you can recommend that keep you in the loop on everything?
Okay. So here, let me do this real quick. Sorry. While all that was going on, apparently a bunch of drama has happened because of something I said. So I had to kind of like, I'll tell you after the show.
Cool.
You gonna laugh. Cool. You gonna laugh.
Okay.
Cause you called it. So yeah, you peeped game on a motherfucker real quick. And technically so did I, but also, another story altogether. But no, so there was one that I checked out. It's called the Black Power mixtape 1967 to 1975. That's a really good one. You might have difficulty finding it, but it is a thing that exists. Another one that I really liked. This was, oh God, where did it go? Sorry, I'm scrolling through some shit. Oh, that's what it was. I found one that I actually recommend everyone watch because I think it will change your perspective on a lot of things. It's called the BB Files. Now, if you're wondering what that is, like, wait, that sounds strange and unusual. Well, this is a documentary that is about Bibi Netanyahu. It's called the BB Files. This is it's like a, let me see, how long is this? It's like a almost 2-hour documentary that's basically like a breakdown into all the shady shit that Bibi Netanyahu has done over the years, especially more recently, even before all the the post-October 7th shit. It basically, it doesn't paint him in a favorable light at all. It's got like a bunch of like behind the scenes, like interviews and tapings, recordings, all kinds of shit. And I think everyone at some point should go back and watch that to some degree or another. There was another one. I'm looking to see if I can hunt it down. But basically, I've talked about this one before. This is more comics related. But there's a documentary called She Makes Comics. It is actually very insightful about the history of the comics industry, and will also make a stunning revelation that I didn't know. But now I do know, and I think you all should know this, and I think the sooner that we get back to understanding this, I think the better off we're all going to be ultimately. But it was a revelation that Carter, I don't know if you knew this, but back in the day, did you know comics weren't associated with boys? It was a girls thing. Comic books used to be considered a girls thing. Boys didn't read comics by and large. Most comics were also geared towards women. Women and girls. Like, and when I say this, I'm talking about like, we're talking like pre the kind of like the eras of Batman and Superman that we all kind of associate with comics. But yeah, by and large, women were a big part of comics, both reading them
a wild statement
and making them.
Boys didn't read. It's such a wild statement to see.
Yeah, no, but no, it's not untrue though. But like, I learned that watching that documentary, like, and they talk to a bunch of different women. Gail Simone is in it. Trina Robbins pops up in it. God rest her soul.
Wasn't something like this? I need a refresher. Wasn't something like this the reason that Young Justice got canceled? Like,
yes,
there weren't enough girls buying the
Young Justice
enough
boys.
Figure.
It wasn't enough
okay,
boys.
It was something like that. Okay,
yeah, it wasn't enough boys. Though, I mean, some of that has been refuted, but I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I also would say, here, you know what? I could just do it like this. I don't know why I didn't just do this earlier. Oh my god. There's a couple of documentaries that I found. One is called Killing Gaza. Really good documentary. There's another called Gaza Fights for Freedom and Gaza Doctors Under Attack. That also I would recommend you look into. These are all things that are going to kind of dispel some things. And then if you are a person who also, once again, if you've never seen the documentary Batman and Bill, that's another one I highly.
I've seen that. I have seen it. Yeah, I've seen.
Grab a box of tissues first, because that shit is fucking heartbreaking. But yes, also, if you are a horror fan, watch Horror Noir. It is a documentary about the history of Black horror films and the Black people who have been a part of horror for a long time and never got their due. I recommend all those. Anyway, that's it.
Goofy ass question of the week goes to one of our own mods, Shin Godzilla. He said, "Would you watch an Icon movie generated by AI?"
No.
Next question. Mutant Crash Out. Good morning / afternoon, Blerd and Carter. I wanted to ask y'all, which is y'all's favorite format for reading comics? Hardcover, trades, or floppies? I've never liked floppy because I start thinking, never mind. Me personally, I'd take a hardcover omnibus just for the thickness. You're a freak. And it's cheaper than buying singles every month. The one thing I would say to that's kind of a dangerous thought, is buying the hardcover or the trade is cheaper than getting the single issues every week or every month when they release. That's why certain books get canned, because of people trade waiting. I'm not trying to like dog you out or anything like that. But that is a thing when people just don't get the single issues of something and just wait for it to come out collected and think that helps the book. It sometimes it's to its detriment. But that's a whole different conversation. But to answer your question, my favorite format, honestly, I like a hardcover. I don't like these oversized, like I'm not a big Omni guy. And I say that owning Omnis, but what I mean is, Ernie, do you have it behind you? Because you have that fucking thing. Do you have that Immortal Hulk?
Yep, sure do.
You see, now, Mutant Crash Out says he takes a hardcover omnibus just for the thickness. Can you take the one and show them that side profile?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. Here,
let me take the one. Now, keep in mind, Mutant Crash Out said he likes a hardcover omni for the thickness. Now, turn that motherfucker sideways. That's too goddamn thick.
Thing is almost as wide as my head.
That is prime Monique stalking Professor Ogilvy on the Parkers. It's too much. It's just too much. I'm going to use big girls to get my bag, and then when I manipulate them into thinking I'm riding with them, I'm getting all this shit sucked out. That is prime Monique right there.
Yeah, this is
that is too much.
This is
too much.
Yeah, this is the King James Bible, like basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually, I think I might be here. Let me check something. Hold up. So this,
that boy said you gotta smack it, Ernie.
wait. There you go. This is just a little bit wider than volume 2 of the Thor Jason Aaron omnibus.
Yeah.
And it's wider than either volume of Sandman. The only thing I have that is as wide is the Jeff Johns Green Lantern volume 1 omnibus. That's the only thing I have.
Now, when I see omnis that are like that, then I'll go looking for the hardcovers or I'll go looking for the trade. Look what that man, he just did the flick of the wrist, not from selling dope. No, that was just a big ass omni. So no,
that was a lot.
I'm a hardcover guy if I can get it in hardcover. But you know, with a lot of these books, a lot of creatives or companies don't want to put them out as that. So yeah, I'm primarily hardcover.
BWF of books.
Yeah, that's gross. That's gross. When an Omni is that big, I'm looking for the hardcover, and that's exactly what I did in the case of Immortal Hulk. Because I saw how big that motherfucker was when Ernie had it, and I went and hunt down all 5 hardcovers expeditiously. But
yeah,
Ernie, what about you? Where do you fall on the ownership of your comics? How do you want them? Floppies, hardcovers, trades?
I forgot that I hadn't switched back yet, so I apologize. But no, personally, I prefer hardcovers just because I like my books to be sturdy. But I do agree that books being of a certain size can be a pain in the ass. It can suck. So, I will say just a little addendum to what Carter said earlier. I don't want anyone to feel bad. Like, if you discover a book like after it's run, you buy in a trade. I don't want y'all to. That's fine. But like, if you specifically see a book on shelf and you go, I'm away for the trade, which I'm not shaming anybody for that, but just know you taking the dice.
Yeah.
And you rolling them. Them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's why when I saw Roots of Madness, I was like, I'm not waiting on the trade for this one. I'm buying this book because what if? Not saying Ignition would have done this, but I'm like, what if Ignition would have been green as hell and say, you know what, this book ain't selling like we wanted to. Yeah, them little 6 issues is all y'all gonna get.
Yeah,
I would be sick to my stomach. But yeah.
Another reason I don't like fucking trades like that, even though I have a whole shelf dedicated to them, I'm looking at it right now. I don't like when the ends get all chipped and then they just be white. That bugs the fuck out of me.
Oh,
I can't stand it.
I'm gonna tell you another reason why I prefer hardcovers and omnibuses as opposed to trades. Trades, not all of them do this. Like I said, we were talking about Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips stuff, but
yeah,
I feel like you reach a certain point where most hardcovers have really good back matter on them, and trades are usually really iffy on back matter. Sometimes they got them. Sometimes you just get in a cover gallery. So that's just me. That's just me. But yeah, that is what it is.
That is all our questions, brother. We are doing phenomenal.
Yeah, we are actually. You want to know why though? You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. So when we started talking about, well, actually, I did it twice. So when we first started talking, I have a button on my Stream Deck, and it's a timer.
Okay.
And I set it for 1 hour.
Let's go.
And I hit that motherfucker when we first started the show.
Yeah.
And then when we said we were going to talk about Criminal, I hit that motherfucker again.
Cool.
So if I can make myself do that every time, it'll usually work out. I see
a good ass question, and I'm gonna ask you right now because you just got through posting on Threads about it, and this was from LL Melvin.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Static joining the Titans?
You know what? It's funny you ask that because. So you know what? Here. I'm gonna share this. I talked about this on Threads yesterday, and guess what? After the stream is over, which I'm actually plotting, it's gonna be, it should be dropping here shortly. Yeah. I have a video, that you will be able to watch.
That thumbnail is nuts.
So if you see this video, please click on it. If you see this thumbnail, click on it here in a little bit because, it's going to be, you will get all of my unfettered thoughts on the matter. And that is a Blerd Without Fear promise. So yes, that will be a thing. So yes, the thumbnail pretty much can kind of tell you a lot about what I feel, but this is so which Static is it? It is okay. So basically, it is Dakota incident Static. So basically, this is the thing I think a lot of people didn't catch when they did the Dakota incident. That was a soft reboot of the whole thing. So basically what they did is they took the continuity of the original Milestone Media books, the original Dakotaverse, and they took the current continuity, and they kind of took the parts of the current continuity that they thought worked and the parts of the original continuity they thought worked and did that.
Yep,
I didn't even try to time that. That was weirdly timed. But also, this Static is not a teenager. He is a college-age person. He's like probably in his 20s. And basically, the real reality is that the continuity now skews more towards the original Milestone as opposed to Milestone 2.0, in my opinion, because a lot of the history and the things they're talking about, it's all shit that was going on with the original, but they're kind of pairing it over into the modern. But yeah, basically, Static is a grown man now. He is not a teenager. He is not in high school. He is in college, probably about to be out of college. So that's why they didn't put him with the Teen Titans. That's why he's with the New Titans. I personally, I'm gonna be real with you. And I want y'all to understand this. There's no malice meant behind this, but
you don't want to save it for the video?
We do not care.
Okay.
No, I mean, I'm happy for those who are happy. I mean, I have a lot more to say in that video, so I do recommend y'all watch it to see why I feel that way. I do recommend you watch it to see why I have the feeling that I have about this announcement.
Okay.
But yeah, that is a thing, or so I am told.
Right.
Yeah, that is wait, we got one more here. This is from Mike Manhanson's question. Have y'all ever read the Eltingville Club? If so, would you say that comic is still relevant? You know what? You just
heard of it.
Yeah,
read.
I've
seen it at my LCS plenty of times. I just never read it.
Yeah, it looks interesting though. I'm looking at it now. It's a satirical comic book series about a group of toxic, obsessive pop culture fans. And you know what? I think I've seen bits and pieces. Because I'm looking at it now. I've seen bits and pieces from this book, not knowing where it came from.
Yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces from this book, not fully knowing or understanding where it came from. And you know what? Now that I see it, I kind of want it. I kind of want to check this out. But yeah, this right here, this is just a page. This is just a page from it. But this guy looks well adjusted. Totally serious, totally fucking normal. But yeah, basically, this dude looks like he says MCU unironically. This dude looks like he gets really mad when he sees black people in comics. I'm not gonna hold you. He looks like the type of person who would say, geez, why do they keep changing all our heroes? Why don't they go make their own heroes? And then when we do, he gets mad about that too. That's what this is what I imagine when I see, you know what? This is the type of guy that read Cage Max and said, I don't see what the problem is. This is a perfectly good representation of black people. I think that it's perfect.
It's gonna be funny as hell if you read this book and it's the total opposite.
It might be.
That would be funny as hell.
Yeah, this right here, this motherfucker, pronouns. I'm sorry, but this guy, he definitely wrote a long tirade about Sam Wilson Cap. Promise you. Says he looks like the type of guy who screams about Disney, Star Wars, greatest childhood. I promise you.
And on that fucking note, Jesus, I think that is the show.
Yeah, I think so.
Mainly because I want to know what you found out that I hit the money on. I want to be known now. I think we are good. Keep an eye out for your boy on Twitch. I'll probably be on this weekend since I don't have to go into work Monday. Have some songs in mind because on Sundays, anytime I do stream on Sundays, I have a tendency to want to add more songs to my iPod. So I'm always interested in knowing what all of you guys are listening to. Plus, I might put some of them songs in Dead as Disco because it's kind of got me in chokehold right now. But Ernie, keep an eye out for Ernie's New Titans and Static video. That thumbnail was a clear indication of where his thought process is. But yeah, man, just keep an eye on Ernie. Keep an eye on me, man. Keep it plus ultra, I guess is what you say from that anime. JoJo's Academy or some shit. I don't know.
JoJo's Academy. Wait, JoJo's Academy Kaisen?
I like doing that because I've seen that shit make anime nerds really mad when you do shit like that.
Oh yeah, they hate that shit.
And now he's talking about he misses Zune. Yeah, let's see. You know what? That's who gets the Booker T. Screwface Capone for saying he misses Zune.
Oh my god!
So
I think that's hilarious.
Capone for actually having the audacity to say out loud that you miss Zune.
Dude, wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out something. When does Zune go out? When does Zune?
Now he wants more information on Zune. Get me out of here.
Listen, when did Zune?
I can tell you that. It's before you started at GameStop.
Damn, that's
at the
crazy. Bro, that's diabolical, man. That is diabolical. Oh my god, bro. That is insane. That's insane. But no, in all seriousness, thank you all, you for being awesome. Don't forget, if you are still here, you've been watching the stream, you've been enjoying everything that we've been doing, the entertainment we have been providing, please hit the like button. It really helps us out, like, significantly. Yes. I can't say enough. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on anything, because I'm telling you, man, if you don't have all notifications selected, you will miss videos. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So just be prepared for that. Also, follow me on Threads, because I'm usually talking shit on Threads, most of the time, if not all the time. And whenever new videos come out, like specifically this video that is coming up as soon as we are no longer live, when this video pops up, I need y'all to go and click the hype button if you are watching it on mobile. Even if you're not watching it on mobile, pick up your phone and click on the hype button when you go to the video, because it will only let you hype a video for the first like 6 or 7 days that the video is out. You cannot go back and hype old videos. You can only hype new video. So please help me out with that. That would help me out tremendously, help the channel out tremendously, and also help get the message out, because I actually have a lot to say in that video, and I have some things I want to point out in there. Very, very fucking important. That said, I think that, in appreciation of everybody, showing up and being awesome as always, and also in appreciation for being able to drop the news that we got Adair Messias on to do Black Adam's art. I think it's only appropriate that I say, for Carter Presents, I am the Blerd without fear. And X-Men,
We coming for you, nigga!